This is Mini Dragon Warrior Project Demo version 6, wherein we are actually going to check out the second part of the big tilemap optimization. So in the previous one, I was showing you how basically optimize the map so that the map could be really big and still performant. Now this time, we've taken that to another level where basically we can actually move to any map size. Now, just for right now, the map size is constrained to exactly the screen size, just to prove that it works. So screen size is basically 27 wide by 15 tall. So next, we are going to make it 150 things wide and 270 things tall. Or no, 150 things tall, 270 wide. Oh, computers. All right, so now the map, the virtual map is dramatically bigger. We will not be able to see the end of it, but we can actually walk super far and it'll just keep scrolling. I'm not even gonna get you all the way to the end. There's no way. But as you notice, the speed is still there. It's still plenty fast. You don't really notice any performance issues, even though the virtual map is quite large. So I'll make that a little bit smaller just to prove we can get to the bottom of the screen. Ta-da! And to the right side as well. So it does scale to very small, like the size of just the screen you can see, or very, very large. And in the end, your performance ends up looking the same. Here is kind of how that happens. Now, obviously, as you saw quickly in the demo, changing the size of the map that's generated. Couple things we've added here in the check keys stuff. So the max X and max Y offsets are kind of a new idea. And what that is it's basically figuring out, okay, you've got a screen size. And so it's checking what the maximum offset size can be for the tilemap X and Y. So if you remember, we've got tilemap Y offset and so on and so forth. So we've got a maximum of those offsets. And so then if you have like a larger virtual map, you are like, what I'm doing in the code is essentially checking what the maximum offset can be. So how far the virtual map can scroll to the right or toward the bottom. Obviously the minimum is 0, 0, but you kind of have to know what your maximum is. So it's essentially projecting out where that kind of top left point of the map ends up being. And that's kind of most of how the magic happens, is it's really just saying, yeah, you can scroll, but you can only scroll over to that point with the offsets. And so added basically some checks in here against that, but otherwise a lot of the code's pretty much the same. In the actual rendering code, that ends up looking exactly the same. So not a huge amount of changes, but this ends up giving us a really cool feature, because now this sets the project up really to be able to have larger map files, smaller map files, stuff in between, and all of that can be handled well with good performance, and the game doesn't really care how big or small the map is. Pretty cool. That's the latest version, so hope you enjoyed the demo.